When the Russia-Ukraine war began, the West promised rock-solid support. It has provided Kyiv a steady flow of weapons in the battlefield. Primarily weapons that were of defensive nature. Initially, the focus was on Ukraine defending itself. Since then, Ukraine has been pressing its supporters, chiefly the United States, to allow it to use the longer-range weaponry they supply to hit targets on Russian soil. Ukraine already has long-range missiles and UAVs that can hit deep inside Russia. Moscow says Ukraine is already firing American ATACMS on its territory. Kyiv also has the British Storm Shadow missiles and American UAVs that have a range of 100 kilometers. NATO foreign ministers are in Prague in the face of growing calls for leading allies to lift restrictions on Kyiv from using Western weapons to strike inside Russia. The raging debate over whether to let Kyiv use arms sent by Western backers to strike inside Russia is overshadowing the talks. Having given maximum weapons, the US is towing a cautious line.
As what Russia does has changed in terms of how it's pursuing its aggression, escalation, we've adapted and adjusted to, and I'm confident we'll continue to do that.
Countries including Britain, France and the Netherlands say Kyiv has the right to use their weapons to strike military targets in Russia. Now, more voices are adding to the clamour.
Sweden has not stated any restriction about how Ukraine may use Swedish equipment. Other than that, they must be used in accordance with international humanitarian law. And according to the international law, Ukrainian forces striking military targets on Russian territory is legitimate.
Russia has no red line. And so that is why we need to make sure that when it comes Ukraine's defense in Canada, no condition on end user shipment of arms to Ukraine, and that is why we will continue to work with Ukrainian armed forces.
Apart from the US, Germany too has so far refused to permit Kyiv to strike over the border out of fear it could drag them closer to direct conflict with Moscow. Across the Atlantic, the White House says it still opposes Ukraine using US arms to strike inside Russia, though Secretary of State Antony Blinken hints that strategy could soon change. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.